Hello, our friends at home. We are doing our Think It Up book, and we're doing the guided practice page with the teacher, and they're going to do 2 pages by themselves independently. It's going to be the same questions you have on your Google Form assignment. So I said the first thing we need to do is not even worry about the questions. We just need to look at that number line for a little bit. Think about what it's counting by, what are our boundary numbers, and what are those midpoints at the top of the hill? Who could tell me what is this number line counting by? My choices in 3rd grade are 10, 100,
1,000,
or 10,000. Which one is this counting by, Miranda? 1,000, 2,000 to 3,000, 3,000 to 4,000, 4,000 to 5,000. So we need to think about what these midpoints might be worth. Who could give me the first midpoint in between 2,000 and 3,000? Write it on your paper if you know it. Levi, tell the class what comes in between 2,000 and 3,000. 2,500. That way I know if my number line's counting by thousands, the tick marks are counting by hundreds. 2,100, 2,200, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000,
400, 2,500, 2,600, 2,700, 2,800, 2,900,
3,000. Who could tell me what is the next midpoint worth, Carmela?
3,500,
2,500. The next midpoint, Aria?
4,500,
The next midpoint, Annie?
5,500,
The next midpoint, Hannah?
6,500,
The next midpoint, Bo?
7,500.
Okay, we have our midpoints filled out. Do we understand what this number line's counting by now?
Yes.
It's our boundary numbers are thousands, so the tick marks are counting by hundreds. Now that I know all about this number line, I'm ready to read the question now. Which group of numbers is closer to 3,000 than 4,000? When you have questions like this, you need to go put the numbers where they belong on the number line. You could use different shapes, different pictures. I like to use the basic stars, circles, square, dots, things like that. So 2,650. Let's go find where that belongs on the number line. Go put just a regular dot by it. Where does 2,650 belong? Perfect. Bo, can you go put that same dot on my paper? Where do you think that dot belongs? Perfect. He put that dot right in between 2,600 and 2,700. If it's on this side of the hill, where does it go?
Down 300.
It goes down the hill to 3,000. So is it closer to 3,000?
Yes.
So this number gets a check. Who also remembers the saying that we talked about with digits, Miranda?
5 or more, we raise the score. 4 or less, we let it rest.
5 or more, we're going to raise the score. 4 or less, we're going to let it rest. So let's talk about this number, 2,650. if I'm looking in the thousands place, and I circle that 6, is that 6 a 5 or more or 4 or less?
5 or more.
So we're going to raise the score to 3,000. On A, since I have a check on the first number, I need to move on to the second number. The second number is 3,290. Who could put a dot where that one belongs on our number line? Aria, come up here and put a dot where you think 3,290 belongs. Okay, I love how I saw her hand going back and forth. She said, oh, and then, oh, it's past 3,000, 3,100, 3,200. So it's going to be somewhere around here. If it's on this side of the number line, does it go over the hill or back down the hill? Back down. So does it go down to 3,000?
Yes.
Check. It's closer to 3,000. I could double check because I know if it's 5 or more, we 4 or less, we let it rest. So let's underline the thousands and circle the digit 2. 5 or more? Nope, it's a 4 or less. So it goes down to 3,000. Even though this one went up to 3,000 and this one went down to 3,000, they're both closer to 3,000. So I need to check the last number on A to see if it is correct. Who would like to go put 3,775 on my number line? Thank you, Levi. Please go do that. You're perfect. 3,500, 600, 700. So if this is 600 and this is 700, did y'all see that it took him a second? Did he just do it so quickly?
No.
When you were up here, were you actually thinking that in your head? 600, 700? Perfect. That's what you should be doing when you go to put dots on the number line. Is you should be up here thinking instead of just putting it there, putting it somewhere. We're thinking 3,500. 600, 700, and he put it right there. Class, if that dot's right there, where is it going to go?
400,000.
It's going to go down the hill to 4,000. So does this get in check or an X? An X. It's closer to 4,000. I can prove it. Circle, underline the thousand, circle the digit next to it. 5 or more, we raise the score. Because a 7 is more than a 5, we raise it up to 4,000. So I can get rid of answer choice A. Now that y'all seen me work out answer choice A, here in a minute, I'm going to let you find the correct answer since it wasn't A. So if I'm checking B and this one doesn't round to 3,000, do I need to check those? If this one doesn't round to 3,000, do I need to check those two? No. You only need to keep going if this one gets a check. You only need to keep going if this number gets a check. So let's move on to number 2. We'll come back to number 1 in a minute. Don't try to solve it right now, because then you're going to miss out on some really important information about number 2. Leonard told his friends that he scored about 3,000 points. So that means he could have scored a little bit more than 3,000, or he could have scored a little bit less than 3,000. What is the fewest number of points Leonard could have scored that rounds to 3,000? So now we need to make sure all these numbers round to 3,000. Can we go underline all these thousands place? And circle the hundreds place? We know our good rounding strategies. 5 or more.
We raise the score.
4 or less.
We let it rest.
Is this 5 going to make 2,500 go up to 3,000 or down to 2,000?
Up to 3,000.
It goes up to 3,000. On G, is the 7 that we circled going to make that 1,000 go up to 3,000 or down to 2,000?
Up to 3,000.
Up to 3,000. On H, is that 1 going to make that 3,100 go down to 3,000 or up to what? 4,000. It's in between 3,000 and 4,000. Would it go down to 3,000 or up to 4,000, class?
Down 3,000.
So far, they all round to 3,000. Let's check J. 3,500 is in between what two boundary numbers? What are
3,000 and 4,000.
Does that 5 make it go up to 4,000 or down to 3,000?
Up to 4,000.
This one's going to go up to.
4,000.
So what's the answer I can already get rid of?
J.
J. Let's reread the question because I've already forgot. I've done all this hard work, so I forgot what I was supposed to be finding. Leonard told his friends that he scored about 3,000 points playing a video game. What is the fewest number of points Leonard could have scored that rounds to 3,000? Raise your hand if you think you know the right answer. Alright, circle the answer you think it is so I can double check that y'all are right. Perfect. I think y'all do have the right answer. Perfect. It's asking which one's the smallest number. Class?
F.
F. F is the smallest number that rounds to 3,000. 2,500, 2,700, 3,100. Which one's the smallest number?
F.
Perfect. Let's move on to number 3. When you start your questions today, you need to really slow down on these number lines because this number line doesn't have any midpoints labeled, does it?
No.
Let's spend a few minutes. Let's not rush. Let's look at this number line. What is it counting by? Class?
100.
100. So someone tell me what is my first midpoint worth? Someone who hasn't already given me one. Lucas? 150. What's my second midpoint worth, Kinsler?
250.
What's my third midpoint worth, Sawyer?
350.
Perfect. Y'all got it, right, Beverly? What's the next one, Beverly? 450, 550, 650, 750, 850. I know I can write faster than y'all, so I'll give y'all a few minutes to catch up and write some of these boundary numbers before we read number 3. Aria's giving me a thumbs up saying she wants me to read it. Alright, class. I'm gonna say this word the best I can. Jaleesa drew a star on the number line. Y'all see the star?
Yes.
It's way over here. She wrote 805 there. So let's write 805. She said that star is worth 805. Is she correct? Give me a thumbs up if she's correct. Give me a thumbs down if she's not correct. All right, friends at home, I wish y'all were here because all of my class has their thumb down. They say she's wrong. because we've already labeled our midpoint 850. And we know 805 cannot come after 850. So we're going to put an X on A because it says she's correct. But B, C, and D all say no. So we have to know why is she wrong. No, because the number. Don't just read the number. What is the number she's talking about? Class?
805.
Let's write that instead of the number. Let's be specific. 805 is the number we're talking about. No, 805 should be close to 900. Should it get even closer?
No.
No, it's not close to 900. 805 should be just past 800. Should 805 be past 800?
Yes.
So maybe. 805 should be just before 800. Does 805 come before? No. Last question, friends at home, friends in class. And then we're moving on to independent practice. Cole counted his collection of sports cards. Oh, it's kind of blurry. He has 477 cards. Cole wants to locate this number on the number line. Where should he write it? Should I start reading my answers?
No.
I should probably go find where 477 goes. Where does 477 go? Who can take my highlighter and come draw a line where they think 477 might... Actually, I want the person that's coming up here to highlight the two boundary numbers that 477 comes in between. Jordan, can you come highlight the two boundary numbers that it comes in between? $477 comes in between. It comes in between 600 and 700. 477. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. I'm only in the 400s. I haven't made it to 600. Do you want to try circling them, Jordan? No? Are you sure? Can you circle them on your paper? Because I think you might know it. Alright, who can come highlight, who can come use my red pen to circle the two boundary numbers that it comes in between? Annie? And then I'm going to need someone to come show me where 477 is exactly. It's in between 400, 500. We already have our midpoint filled out. So can you please come show me where 477 is exactly? Just draw a little line or a dot. Really close to 500. So we already know it should be in between.
400, 500.
Which answer can I get rid of? A. 400, 500, 400, 500, 400, 500. But why should that dot be closer to 500? Yes or no?
Yes.
Maybe. Should that dot be closer to 400? Somewhere over here.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. we should have got rid of J. Y'all were trying to tell me that, huh?
Yeah.
J says 500 and 600.
You're trying
Alright, friends at home, that's why they were looking at me like I was crazy. We should have got rid of J because it says 500, 600. It doesn't say 400 and 500. So I don't even have to check that part. So the only one it could be is G. Friends at home, you're going to do the same strategies on your questions, labeling those midpoints, highlighting those boundary numbers, X and checks. All of this work is detailed work on how to get the problems correct. All right, y'all have a good day at home. Y'all say bye, class. Bye, everybody at home. Kelsey and Steven and Joshua and Preston, all of our friends at home. If I didn't say your name, I'm sorry, but have a good day.